Hey guys, welcome to our review. Oh right. Did you want to do this?
Yes, I did. Hey guys, and welcome to our review of Ultraman Zett from episode 4. I'm your host, the Cinder Blaze. With me today we have...
Listen, the frozen Stratos.
welcome back to join me for the review. Before we
welcome.
get into the episode, make sure to check down below the links for, the Black Lives Matter stuff. There's petitions,
Yes.
you can do stuff, you can donate to various causes. Check it out, it's pretty fun. Alright, let's just get into the episode, which is also a blast. The scientists were my favorite characters from the very beginning of the show, and now that they kind of have like an episode to themselves, I'm not even sure if we had enough time with Haruki. But I love this episode a lot.
Yeah, no, coming off of last episode, I was like, wow, this will be a neat gem to have. I don't know if I'll like anything as much as this one. And then this one happened. And then I loved all of this one.
Yeah.
There were just so many cute and endearing moments with the engineer, Yuka,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way that she was problem solving the whole time, the encouragement she got from the older dude was really cool. Like everything just flowed into each other. And once again, there were plot points that you didn't think would get, picked up. Just things happened incidentally that eventually came back into the fold. Like the pudding mattered for
The
some
pudding
reason.
mattered.
Like, yeah, it helped inform and teach the character about a brand new property that they needed, and it was really resourceful and useful. Yeah, everything about this episode was really good.
Yeah, and I really like how it just like followed in immediately after the previous episode, where it's just like, we're gonna fund your next robot, and that's immediately what they're doing in the next episode. And because like the monsters kind of like happen sporadically, anyways, we can like afford to have that sort of time skip, anyways. So it
Uh-huh.
felt like pretty natural for it to occur that way. And um, yeah, and when they're fighting like the monster, I thought that they used that pretty well. Like the Ultraman was struggling with that monster, so when Yuka's kind of trying to figure out how to start up this robot, it like
Mhm.
matters because we're gonna need that thing at the end of like the episode to help actually beat
Yeah.
this thing. So I was actually like surprised that the secondary characters like mattered so much. Like we
Mhm.
needed them to actually beat the villain of the week instead of just having,
Yeah.
Ultraman Zett just kind of like hench find a new form, beat it up,
Mhm.
whatever, like. And that was a tough monster.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
surprised by the struggle.
Yeah. And like to your point of like them actually doing something, them actually working towards something. It's so easy, and we see it so often that we throw in unnecessary suspense, like, oh wow, this robot isn't gonna work because X property, uh, and then it'll show up at the last moment dramatically. And what they did here was they spent the entire episode trying to not only get it into commission for that dramatic entrance, but also inform us and tell us why that it won't be, like we'll just use it regularly now. Like some some weapons are built up to be really special and hyped up in the first episode and are only used once for special occasions and then immediately become like, oh, okay, I guess we'll just use this daily. But
Yeah.
we get the information behind that. We get the build up behind it, and to have this chicken robot work as just a regular robot for them to use, um,
It's
I
robot
think all of
chicken.
it really flowed together. Huh?
It's robot chicken.
Robot chicken. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like two pilots anyway, so it's about time that they both get their own suit. Um,
Yeah.
and also, they did set up some plot. I know that we were talking about this a little bit earlier on. Like, we we needed something, like some sort of like villain to like actually kind of build up
Yeah.
towards. And they did sprinkle some of that in, even though like the monster and all that other stuff was probably sufficient on its own for like an episode 4. So we have some weird dude. I think he was the person from like the first episode. He kind of got
Yeah.
gooed up. Um,
Yeah.
Making monster medallions.
Yeah. You know how he do.
Yeah, you know
Walking
how
into another dimension, pouring in some ooze into a machine.
you
Whatever,
gotta do
man.
what you gotta do.
Right.
And the commander for the base is also maybe evil. Um, maybe he just didn't brush up that side of his hair. Who knows? But I feel like this could easily be one of those red herring type of things. But we'll probably find out
Yeah, I guess
eventually.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um so overall, like, character stuff really worked. We didn't need much of Haruki, and he wasn't there too much. And it's sort of like what we're experiencing with Hero Major, where if we don't need the main character, the show is fine with just sort of not presenting the main character for a little bit in service of you know
Yeah.
furthering the side characters, and it was really nice. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Do you have anything else before we do? Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah. Typically, I would be the one saying that because I'm the host,
Yeah.
but I completely
Yes.
forgot that you're the one who like digs up the comments in the first place. So I'm gonna be like spending some time looking for them, unless you already have them up. In which case,
Why? Yes, I do, sir. What a good way to dodge that. All right, so we got our first comment from Andy L, who says, "I will say it's pretty good so far. Not really know much of Ultraman's lore, but this time the show is interesting enough for me to stay, and really loved the EDF, having two mechs for more screen time, although missed the old days when the production value of their base and tech are better, but I appreciate how well spent of their budget to present as best as they could. It might be a 3 tokusatsu shows period for me."
you are
Cool.
correct, sir.
Yes. I mean, I have no experience outside of like maybe a little bit of Orb and like a little bit of, I don't know, some other one, but bases have never looked like this for me, like a huge organization. So I really like the look of it. I don't know how they looked before, um, but
I pulled
yeah.
up the comments so I can finish the rest. So this
Okay,
is
cool.
comments from Extra. I knew it was the same actor,
Wait,
but I
which
didn't.
way are you going? I got down up.
I'm starting from like the bottom up on the YouTube video itself. So
Oh, okay.
Extra said, I knew it was the same actor, but I didn't expect the captain to actually be Juggler. It's too bad you guys never finished Orb. Hopefully his appearance won't have any spoilers in case you guys ever continue watching it. And to answer Cinder Blaze's question, no, the numbers have nothing to do with when they were introduced. They're just names. Well, that is good to know, and maybe there's a little smidgen of a possibility, a very tiny smidgen, that we'll pick up Ultraman Orb if it's plot relevant. But that's where I'm going to leave it. Heroic Gangster. Man, I can't believe that Pot managed to make a Godzilla ripoff, which does in fact reuse the old Godzilla suit in the original show.
What?
Yeah, I mean he did kind of look like a Godzilla-esque creature.
Did it? I feel like
He was a lizard standing up.
I feel like the first monster that they fought, the tiny one that they just sort of whammed into a building, looked more like Godzilla than this guy. But I didn't know that this one was based off of a Godzilla suit, so that's neat. That's some neat trivia.
All right. And our last comment is from John Hendricks, another solid episode. Bako, the old guy, is my new favorite character. I don't know why. I mean, there's a very good reason why he's enjoyable on screen. But I'm more excited for the special guest in the next episode that the preview teased. I'm sure if y'all caught it or not. Of course we didn't. It makes certain questions more clear now. Yeah, we're kind of fresh into the Ultraman franchise, so we're just gonna like take it as it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If only we were watching Orb as it aired, because I can't get into a rhythm with an old show. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's a little bit harder to watch it, and I hate Crunchyroll, so I don't like watching anything on it. So, yeah, that's it for our comments. Thank you for leaving those for us. They're a delight to read. All right, I have to end the show now. So make sure to check out in the whatever down below. There's some BLM links. There's some social media thing. I don't even think we shout those out anymore, but whatever.
We barely do.
Yeah.
What are we on Twitter? We don't use it.
All right. Well, keep it juicy. See you guys later.
Wow. Good job. Wait, I mean, thank you. What do you say? Keep it juicy.
I say see ya.
See ya
Michael says
later.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
If I keep talking, they'll never notice. All right.
That was not half bad. That was not as much of a disaster as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
You did a good job.